Welcome learners. I am Dr. Ahesity, School of Management. In this video, we are going to discuss about organized and unorganized retail sector. We will discuss in detail about the organized retail sector and unorganized retail sector. Come on, let's go into the video and discuss about the contents of organized and unorganized retail sectors. So we know very well what is meant by retailing. Retailing consists of sale of goods or merchandise from a fixed location such as departmental stores, in small or individual lots for direct consumption by the purchaser. Retail comes from the French word tailor, which refers to cutting off, clip and divide in terms of tailoring in the 1365. First, it was recorded as a noun with the meaning of a sale in small quantities in 1433 in French language. Its literal meaning for retail was to cut off, shared, apparent, like the French. The word retail in both Dutch and German is also refers to the sale of small quantities or items. These are all some of the additional information about the coining of the word retailing and what are the retail types. There are three major types of retailing. The first is the market, the physical location, and where buyers and sellers converge. Usually this is done on town squares, sidewalks or designated streets, may involve the construction of temporary structures that's called as the market stalls. And the second form is the shop or the store trading. Some shops use counter service where goods are out of reach of buyers and must be obtained from the seller. This type of retail is common for all small expensive items like jewelry and controlled items like medicine, liquor, etc. Self-service, where the goods may be handled and examined prior to purchase, has become more common nowadays since the 20th century trend. And the third form of retail is virtual retail. As you all know that online retailing or the virtual retails, where products are ordered via mail or telephone or through messages or online without having been examined physically or touching the product or finding out the texture or the quality. Nothing about the product physically, we are not touching about it, but instead in a catalog or in a television or on a website, we will be just visualizing the products. Even nowadays the visual may be in 3Ds and seeing the 360-degree dimension of the products through the online websites, we are just making the purchase. So this is the third form of retail. And what is the sale of goods ultimately talks about in retailing? So retailing is the sale of goods to end users, not for resale. That is very important because they are the end point of the chain, but for use of the consumption by the purchaser. So the purchaser will purchase the products not for reselling, it is for their own purpose or for their family usage or for someone's usage. It is directly goes to the process of consumption. It can also be defined as the timely delivery of goods and services demanded by the consumers at prices that are competitive and affordable. One of the world's largest industry exceeding the US dollar of 9 trillion is the retail industry, and total contribution in the world in GDP is 27%. So organized retailing in US accounts for 22% of GDP And already I discussed about the Indian GDP contribution of the organized and the retail sectors and the unorganized retail sectors in the earlier videos. You can go through that. The share of organized retailing in developing market ranges from 20% to 55%, dominated by developed countries. US, European Union and Japan constitute 80% of the world retail sales. Now the China is also participating in the world retail contributions. So organized retail structure. What is meant by the organized retail structure? So organized retail or the modern retail is usually chain stores, all owned for, or it is owned by some people, or it may be franchised by a central entity, or a single store that is larger than some cutoff point. The relative uniformity and standardization of the retailing is the key attribute of modern retail. Okay, then the organized retail sector is nothing but in India it refers to trading activities undertaken by licensed retailers, that is those who are registering for sales tax, GST, income tax, etc. And these registered practitioners or the registered firms or the stores are doing the retail sales. And these include the publicly traded supermarkets, corporate backed hypermalls or hypermarkets like Reliance Hypermart, and retail chain stores, and also the privately owned large retail business houses or businesses. So the organized retail sector, they have the points like it is a chain store like structure, and it is for standardization, and it is relatively uniform. The modern key aspect is that they should have a trading activity under licensing, and they are going for any type of registered taxations like personal tax or GST or sales tax. And the last one is about they may be in the form of corporate backed hypermalls or the supermarkets, or it may be of retail businesses. This is all fully owned and managed by the private business owners. Then the Indian retail market size we have to go through about the organized and unorganized sector. Indian retail market size has been super lucrative for brands across the globe, and at $700 billion in India, retail market is under penetrated by a lot of products and services. Unlike developed markets, the Indian retail market size is dominated with unorganized mom and pop stores serving the nation at large. There are hawkers and peddlers even. Of late, e-commerce companies have made major investments in the country to cater to the various organizations. With Walmart buying a controlling stake in India's leading retailer Flipkart, the Indian retail market size should expect a boom, and consumers should soon see products from various categories delivered in their doorsteps, even at the home delivery. The focus of Flipkart, Amazon and Paytm now moves to categories including the fast-moving grocery items. Even the Reliance is now with the JioMart going for even grocery items, lifestyle, etc. However, this game needs to be played differently altogether, because the competition of the e-commerce is not the organized trade players, but credit and the delivery basis is a lasting relationship. So they should be very, very carefully play this particular game in the Indian retail market. The Indian retail market, a small survey, the report is from Statistica. The Indian retail market, this is in the billions and this is in the years. In the year 2014, it was $39.26 billion, And in the other part of it was 462.43 in rupees. Then we'll call it as the it is 46.82 in the year 2015, and 16 it is 55.84, and then in 2016 it was raised to 66.6, and in the 17 and the 18 you can see it was drastically improving, and it comes to 79.43. The trend is upward. It was very high. You can compare the other global markets. Indian retail market is alarmingly booming. The industry is growing very well, especially after the 18 really the pandemic is a boom for the Indian retail market. So the value of retail market in India from the year 2018 to 20 with a forecast until 26. This is also from Statistica. This is a survey which was taken between 18 to 20, and what was the prediction in the US dollar was given in up to 26. You can see the trend was like this: $950 in the year 2018. In 19, I told you, in 19 it was alarming 1022 billion. Then it was coming to 883, and then it was again rising to the boom. You can see that it was in $21,200 billion, and it was slowly rising, and the trend is expected to be 1,750 billion US dollars in the year 2026. This is what the opportunity which is available in the retail sector for all the people, those who are doing the retail business. This was the future prediction of the retail industry. Then when you are talking about the difference between the organized and unorganized retail industry. Organized retailing, as you all know, that they have a store location. Unorganized retailing is not, they are not having any proper place of store locations. The first difference is the organized retail sector is regulated by the government. They will have a license, they will have a GST number, and the employment terms, working hours per day in this particular sector is fixed for the employees. And in the unorganized retail sector, it is not regulated by the government, and employment terms and working hours per day are not fixed by this sector at all. So they may be early morning, the vendor may be coming on the road, and they will be putting their products on the road, and they will be selling. Even at late nights they may be standing on these very cool climate, they may be selling their products. And the organized retail sector is governed by various acts like Bonus Act and then Factories Act, Minimum Wages Act, and the PF Act, etc. for their employees' benefit, those who are working on that particular organized retailing sector. But in case of unorganized retail sector, there is no act for the people, those who are working in that. The government is not at all insisting on any of the act upon them in the unorganized retail sector. Coming back to the third point, government rules are strictly followed in the organized sector. Like in a mall, you should have a fire extinguishers, and you should have safety measures. You should also have the proper ventilations, all those items, the restrooms, the children keeping areas, all those things, you should adhere to the rules and regulations of the government in the organized retailing sector, especially in the malls or the supermarkets or the departmental stores. But in unorganized retail, no government rules are followed in the unorganized retail sector. Even the expiry dates in the case of packing and labeling is also not available in the goods which is in the unorganized retail sectors. A regular monthly salary is given to employees in the monthly basis in organized retailing. You can just imagine this is under supermarket, people those who are working in the supermarket or in the departmental stores. And this is daily wages are given to employees, those who will be standing on the roads and selling some fruits, or they are standing on the roadside and selling the pillow covers, toys or something like that. The daily wages are given to the employees. And the organized sector, the increment is given to the employees in case of higher sales or regular basis if they are coming and working very sincerely. The appreciations are there. But rarely, very rarely, the increment is given to the employees in the unorganized sector. And here the people, those who are involving in the working of organized sector, organized retail sector, get add-on benefits such as the pension schemes, the medical facilities, and the leave compensations, travel compensations, etc. No benefits or no prerequisites are provided to employees working in this unorganized retail sector. And the point here we have to talk about the organized sector is that the retail sector is paid additionally for the extra number of working hours like OT, overtime charges. But the unorganized sectors, usually by the persons, those who are producing, they themselves become the retailer, or the people, those who maybe who are not that much educated or that much not knowing about retail business may be doing it. So the workers in that, they themselves are acting as workers, so they are not getting any additional benefits or additional number of incentives or grades for their efforts. Here the organized sector employers make a contribution to the provident fund of an employee. Even the insurance schemes are available for them. Here the employees do not make any contribution to the provident fund because their routine business, whatever the profit they are getting it, they will invest in the next day's activity, and whatever the investment they are making it, for them they are getting the benefit, and sometimes they will be looking after their day-to-day expenditures with them, and they are not having any proper regulated accounts set up. A salary given to the employees is equal to its salary prescribed by the government. Here there is no salary structure at all. It is not paid to the employees. Suppose you can find the people, those who are standing on the vans and they may be selling fruits on the roadside, or you can go to NH, there they may be making juices and they will be giving it to them. The people, those who are working on that, are not paid. The tea masters especially, he may be making some 1,000 teas per day. He is doing a retail business, but he is not having any provident fund or any safety measures or any type of such facilities, but they are also contributing to the retail sector. Then India's retail market, you can already be discussed about it. India's retail market size in the organized and unorganized sector is differently given here. In the organized sector, you can see that 39.26 to in the year 2014, and it came to 79.43. But in the unorganized sector, you can see so many of them are contributing because India is having rural population. Most of the retailing unorganized sector is in the rural areas. So their contribution is 462.43. Recently now they had moved to the villages and they started doing their retailing business. So it came to 697.71 in the year of 2018. Likewise, the organized and unorganized sector's contribution in terms of percentage. 2014, the organized sector contributed only 8%. But now the contribution in the year 2018 was 10%. The unorganized sector, earlier it was contributing 92%, but still today the unorganized sector in India is 90%. So there is not much fluctuations in this sector. So on the whole, their contribution is appealing with unorganized sector. India has to move more to this particular field, and they have to talk about the growth. Likewise, the growth perspective, in 2015, the organized sector grown to the extent of 19%. In the year 2018, the same level of growth was maintained. But in the unorganized sector, 10% growth was in 2015, and it reached its peak of 11% in 2018. Currently, it was raised to the still more extent. So this is what India's retail position. India's vast middle class and its almost untapped retail industry are key attractions for global retail chains. They want to enter into the newer markets of India. While unorganized retail in India is only 2% of the total USD, that is 215 billion retail industry, it is expected to grow. 25% annually, driven by changing the lifestyles, and also they have strong income growth and unfavorable democratic patterns. And the retail consulting and the research is also doing in the different agencies predict that the organized retailing in India will cross 21.5 billion mark from the current size to 7 billion. So that was alarming, and this was the recent trend where it is coming true. And the upward curve is almost there in this particular Indian retail industry. In future, Indian retail industry is estimated to be 350 billion, but the organized retail is estimated with 8 billion. However, the opportunity was huge with 2010. Organized retail is expected was 22 billion, but in 2022, it will be more with the 40% growth. And next few years it also will rise to further. The reasons for the growth of retail industry in India is that it is because of the favorable demographics, that is we call it as the situations which is prevailing here, and rising consumer income. Now the IT companies, you can take for an example, the IT companies coming there and they started giving more salary than ever in the decades. This leads to a lot of mall culture. This is one of the reasons why the retail industry is growing, and whenever people get frustrated, they will go for shopping. So this become the part of Indian culture. So that is also contributing for the retail growth. And real estate developments are also there, especially the emergence of new shopping malls. I told you already. Real estate is also growing, and it is also contributing to the shopping malls growth. Availability of better sourcing options, both from within India as well as from overseas, and changing the lifestyle. Indians started changing their lifestyle, and this leads to the mall culture, and they want very decent places of their purchase. And that become the very important practice. A lot of other reasons are also available. So many new products are coming to the market, and the customer need and preferences are in very big varieties. Nobody can predict, and a lot of competitions are coming. We need a lot of Chinese products for their life, and Japanese products. We are getting a lot of comfort zones. These are all making people more materialistic, and that's what the reasons I think that behind the growth of retail industry in India. Then when you are talking about the lifestyle pattern which is contributing to the retail industry, most of the people, I know that minimum you may be having some 50 dresses or 60 dresses. I recently noticed a TV show where some of the people are telling that their hobby is to go and purchase dresses once in a week, and they want to use that dress only for 3 months. After that they will discard it. And some of the other audience are just involving in that, and they are speaking about going and eating when they are depressed. When they are depressed, they will go for restaurants, or they will go for some retail outlets and buy accessories, or they may be buying some apparels for them, or some people are going and just simply purchasing something like a consumer mania. That is what I have to say. The lifestyle has become very, very different nowadays. That's what the reason why the people are going more into this particular industry. And in future, this retail market is going to rule the entire GDP of Indian scenario. When we are coming to the conclusion, the further testimony to the fact that the technology is being taken very serious. It is deployment in strategic sectors like defense. The US Department of Defense has mandated the use of RFID tags at the case and the pallet level amongst all its suppliers so that it can have complete visibility of all its goods and assets. The Indian Army could benefit hugely from adapting RFID technology. Some of the other sectors where RFID is expected to witness widespread deployment includes food industry and pharma industry, aerospace industry, automotive, transport, logistics and electronics. So the future of India, even the moment of goods will be assessed. Every product will have a RFID and that will be connected to maybe to satellites and that will be monitored. The worldwide market, who is using what product and how they are using it, what is the problem in that. Even through remote sensing they can operate the products like smartphones, like a smart home or smart TV channels, IoTs. The people may be using the day-to-day products even with the help of RFID tags. That may be seriously a very big technological change which we can expect in this particular retail industry, and people are more concerned about the retail industry, especially the unorganized sector. Government is taking steps to just regulate all these unorganized sector because of lot of Indian problems like illiteracy, lack of awareness, the urbanization and other type of problems which is basically in India. The economical standard of living of the people are contributing to the low growth in the unorganized sector into a organized sector. Anyway, the government should also take a lot of steps to regulate these two markets and balance to the future retail sector developments. Okay, the organized and unorganized sector is nothing but people those who have these stores and the people those who have a definite location, definite concrete rules and regulations, clear-cut employees, and talking about their own strategies, the tax payments, everything, they are organized. The unorganized sector is not at all having all these things. They don't have proper location, they are not identified by any brands or some sort of products, they don't have any proper employees, the payment, the precautionary measures, the growth structure, no act applied by them or no employment qualifications, nothing is given in that sort. Anyway, we are deciding that the unorganized sector is also contributing to the development of the Indian economy, which should be taken care by the government so that in future the organized sector will add more contributions to the GDP along with the unorganized sector. So thanks for watching this video. Keep on learning. If you have any doubt, we will meet in the webinar. Thank you very much. So any doubts in this regard, you can clarify with me, and please kindly go through all the notes and sessions which is available in my PDF format. You can also get more knowledge by this. Thank you very much. So we have to plan for next session. Take care.